Karen's arrogance reached a peak that was almost cartoonish. She had the audacity to have so-called HOA cops pull a gun on my son, certain that they could enforce her whims. What she didn't realize was that my son trains Navy SEALs, and the property, the perimeter, and every potential approach were secured by Titan, Max, and the rest of my elite K-9 squad. Every move she made, every threat, every call she made would be met with precision, law, and force. It was early afternoon when Karen's SUV screeched into the driveway, the HOA cops in tow, their guns drawn, faces flushed with arrogance. "You must comply," Karen shouted. "Your son is under our authority." I stepped forward calmly, Titan and Max flanking me, muscles coiled, growls low and synchronized. "Karen," I said, my voice deliberate, echoing across the property. "Your claims of authority are meaningless here. Any use of force, any attempt to interfere, will be met with immediate legal and physical consequences." The so-called officers raised their guns further, but before they could react, my son emerged from behind the barn, calm and composed, exuding the authority of someone trained in SEAL tactics. Titan and Max advanced slightly, the rest of the K-9 squad subtly fanning out, forming a living perimeter that blocked every approach. Karen's face went pale. "You have no idea what you're dealing with," my son said evenly, his stance solid, movements deliberate. The HOA cops faltered, uncertainty flashing in their eyes as the K-9s shifted, growls low and menacing, signaling total control. Karen's mouth opened, trying to shout, but the weight of the situation had silenced her. Minutes later, local law enforcement arrived, not because of her frantic calls, but because I had preemptively notified them. Officers stepped out, assessing the scene. Trained personnel, documented ownership, and a fully secured property. "Ma'am," one officer said firmly to Karen, "any attempt to enforce authority here is illegal. Stand down immediately." Karen's face paled. Titan and Max growled low, synchronized, while the rest of the squad subtly adjusted positions, cutting off every potential route. Her bravado dissolved as she realized her threats had no power. Karen muttered under her breath and retreated, shoving her papers into her SUV, the HOA cops following reluctantly. Officers ensured she could not attempt a return or harassment. By mid-afternoon, the property was calm. Titan lounged near the driveway, Max patrolled the perimeter, and the rest of the K-9 squad maintained positions of silent vigilance. The message was unmistakable. Any attempt to interfere with the family, property, or law would be met with precision, force, and legal consequences. Karen's humiliation became legendary in the neighborhood. She had attempted to intimidate a family with a faux authority and armed intimidation, and failed spectacularly. I filed formal complaints against the HOA cops for trespassing and brandishing weapons illegally, creating a legal and enforceable record of harassment. As the sun set, the property shimmered in golden light. Titan rested near the barn, Max patrolled the driveway, and the squad maintained their positions, silent, alert, and perfectly coordinated. HOA Karen, or anyone foolish enough to follow her path, would never assert authority here again. Preparation, law, and elite K-9 enforcement ruled the property. Karen's audacity had met swift and unavoidable consequences, and my family, our property, and our peace remained fully intact, stronger than ever. The legend spread quickly. Anyone who dares threaten the land, the law, or the family behind it would face a force beyond imagination.